All right, everybody. Today is a sad day. So I think I've mentioned in a few other videos that I was planning on moving this King 36-inch vertical turret lathe over to my shop. Well, they finally dug their way into it. There used to be the big Wicks Brothers lathe sitting here, big Bullard Manotrol here, and then buried in the corner is this little King 36-inch VTL. So they told me they had her dug out, and I finally had a serious sit down and think her over moment and realized as much as I want to rescue this machine, I just can't. So here's the deal. What I realized is in the last 2 years, that's about how long I've been in my shop, I have never needed the capacity of this machine. And it's going to be an enormous job to get it moved. Like, we're probably talking $4,000 or $5,000 just to get it transported to my shop, and then another $4,000 to $5,000 worth of my time to get it cleaned up and operational. And that's assuming there ain't anything really broke. That's just clean it up, get the rust off from it. And part of that is I got to dismantle like this whole counterweight mechanism and stuff. All has to come off the top in order to get enough clearance to get this thing through the door of my shop. So the results of all of that pondering was for me to realize that it just doesn't make sense. It's going to take up so much room. It's got a 30-horse drive motor, which I don't have enough power to run right now. So then I'm getting a whole nother layer of that. As much as it's going to hurt me to watch this thing get scrapped, I told them drag her out of here. So long and short of it is, we're going to pull the digital readouts off from it because this DRO box is something that's got some value to somebody else. We'll pull the DRO box and scales off from it, and then they're going to drag her out of here and junk her. So a lot of memories watching this place empty out here. My dad helped set this shop up back in the 80s and had a lot of friends that worked here. I've worked not in this building, but around stuff and been involved with stuff here for years. And to watch the last of the machines getting drug out and cut up for iron is, like I say, it's weird to say it, but I get a little sentimental about these old machines. I remember coming in here as a kid watching these machines working, and just watching them getting sent off to their graves hurts a little bit, but that's the spot we're at in the world. So anyway, I'm going to get at it, and we're going to pull some DROs off, but just thought I'd share a short clip of the end of the King. Well, guys, I'm at it here, tearing stuff off the King. You can see right here, got a pile of scales off from it. Pulled the readout box already, but it's weird that it's just a piece of iron, but it really does. It feels so funny to be pulling the last parts off this thing and sending it out of here. I mean, I don't know how else to put it other than it feels a little bit emotional, and it's embarrassing to say that. It's iron, but to know like she's done, like this is the end of an era. You know, this machine is part of a piece of American industrial history that's just gone. We don't build machines like this anymore. We probably never will. They build them in China, they build them in India, but we don't here. Then I'm, like I say, here saying goodbye to a piece of big iron that I wanted to put in my shop, but I got to do what's best for my family, right? That's what I realized. Like, I need to be there with my kids and spending time with them and making a living, yes, and this doesn't fit that, you know? So, but it is pretty sad to let it go, if you want to call it that. But anyway, we're getting her stripped down and about done. I got one more scale to pull, and then I think we're finished, so. At any rate, just thought I'd bring you guys along. Say, it's the death of a king for sure. All right, so that's that. I'll just show you guys a little bit of what's left in here yet. So this is an old Profit Master lathe. They say old. This is 80s or 90s vintage, some Czechoslovakian thing or something. I forget where it was made. Doesn't bother my conscience a bit that it's getting cut up. But then this... here's one that's going to hurt a little too. This is a Gisholt Model 3L. This is another one that I contemplated trying to bring back the surface rust is pretty bad, but I mean, what a bruiser of a lathe. This got a 50 horse drive motor, and I think it was a 6.5-inch hole through the headstock, oiled field model. But it's just one of them machines that too much space and too little actual use for it. So anyway, those are a couple of the last machines that are going to go out of here. But yep. Well, I think Wiggles and I are about to get out of here and go back and get some work done at our shop. We'll catch you next time. Bye then.